Let me see something. Down for a few minutes. What uppers? Anybody in yet?
No.
I can barely see the numbers. We driving? Oh, and okay. Never mind. I know where I'm going. I have to say I took my maps off.
Oh, right.
I forgot about it. I'm just so used to using it.
You need me to pull it up?
No, I got it. No, I haven't get far enough. We got hundreds of miles left. He just pulled out. He's pulling back in. Look at him. Whoa, it's dark. What's going on? It's mystery. Have that on. We'll put that on once we get back on the intro state. The interwebs.
You can do this side if you want so it don't flash in your face.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, let me make sure I go the right direction. Yeah, okay. Matter of fact, for it.
I see.
Come here. Beep, beep, beep. That's my indicator when they're like, this is my turn right here. When I cross over a line.
Oh, okay.
It drives for me. My car drives for me. I love it.
Autocorrect.
Oh, this looks neat. Oh, that's weird. That's mysterious.
Right, he says he's setting up a live too.
Nice. Got the best seat in the house back there. He's got the best seat in the house in the back, all by himself back there.
Tapatios.
King double seat. What up, Tapatios? How bad is the audio when I got that window cracked? Can you still hear us? Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Press 1 if you can hear me. I usually talk pretty loud sometimes. Little.
It's bad, like you said.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Okay. We'll just do this then.
Turn the heater on low, roll the windows up. Hopefully that's better.
It's gotta be better. It might be because it's on the thing too, that might be causing a vibration or something.
Yes.
Is there any vibration noises or anything like that? Or how does it sound now? Mic check, mic check.
It's so cold that the window mount doesn't want to stick, so we're having to use
my window mounts,
we're having to use the dash as a support.
Good now?
Good.
Right on.
Cool.
So it was just the window. So if I wanna, it's like my mute button. I can be like, God damn it, back son of a bitch, and then you guys can. I can just keep talking, and you guys can't really hear me. So I can be like, fuck that, fuck you guys. And I'd be like, I didn't say nothing. What are you talking about? Chilling. Yep, I took a dark road to injustice. Because it's a long, dark road we're traveling right now. And we're going to a building where there's nothing but injustice. We're going to try to squeeze as much justice as possible out of this building. And see what happens. Wish us luck. Now it's buffering. Oh, we might be in between towns. I mean, I know we're in between towns. I don't know how good my signal is. It'll come back. We'll catch another tower here in a couple miles. Just bear with us. Buffer it out and bear with us. Lucky you'll get to see how a breathalyzer works. We've been keeping our eyes out for these UFOs, these drones, anything like that. Haven't seen none of that shit. Big fat nothing out here.
Hi, Teresa Johnson.
What up? Hard hands.
Jay Bird, what's up?
Pray for my good fortune. Thank you. I can only read every once in a while from here. I have to really focus in. And I should be focusing in that direction. What's up, Falcor? He wants the window down. Falcor likes the window down like me. He's like, man, just a little. Come say hi, Falcor. Say hi, Falcor. This is Falcor, everybody. It's my main roll dog. He's got the king back seat, double suite, laid out all comfortable. Fog up.
Don't mind you asking, we're heading to Broomfield, Colorado for court. I'm getting some retaliatory charges because I redressed some grievances, went to a city council meeting, and got assaulted basically. The deputy county manager hit me in the head with his car door. Left a big old hematoma and a little cut. So I went back the next week, and the county manager, not the deputy county manager, but the actual county manager, tried to provoke a reaction. So I'm getting some bogus charges that I'm having to fight, but essentially, from my perspective, what's going on is they're trying to silence me because at the second court date, the judge threatened me with arrest. She said I didn't answer her questions, but I clearly did. And then right after that, she raised competency. And so yeah, it's kind of a messy situation. The county manager that's pressing fraudulent charges set up the whole court system there, the whole combined court system. So it's a tight-knit little corrupt community. And
I did put a link to DirectD's 15-minute recap of the situation that we're that video in the description of this video is talking about what we're going to deal with. So if you want to recap, you can click on that in the description right now and save it to watch later after we're done live. Then you can watch it, and then you can watch later and say, oh, now I know where they're going. Why they're going. Bastards.
Yeah, it's a long-standing history that goes back several years. I was in a bad motorcycle wreck, and then I ended up trying to seek services for housing and counseling. I was approved for a brain injury waiver, and it turned out I discovered that they were accepting a lot of federal grant money, and they just had these services on paper but not in reality. And so they were getting the money for it and not actually offering the services. They got away with it for a long time by sending everyone to either Boulder or Denver. And so I just kind of stood my ground, and they wanted me to move to Colorado Springs, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm staying here. This is where I'm approved. I got pushed around the system for about a year and a half after I was approved, and they slipped up, and some low-level employee at Health and Human Services let me know that I was approved, and that really irritated me. And so I was going up, meeting with the city attorney, the city manager, the mayor, city council, just really irritated and trying to find resolution to the problems. I was getting messed with by cops, and so that's where all the drama kind of started. And then I eventually just said, screw it, I'm better off on my own with just my friends and family, and I've developed a pretty reliable, stable support network. So I'm doing much better now that I separated from all that, but unfortunately, cops still messing with me. They recognize me. A cop that I sued in another county, who basically tried to kill me, ended up getting a kill shortly after that, and so he was hired on at the neighboring county, which is where I had all my issues. And so a few years after I sued him, he recognized me and he did another false arrest, and that's what kind of sparked all the shit up again. Aside from that, I was getting messed with by the other police officers. I was just playing frisbee golf and they were messing with me, and so I just had a short fuse and went up to the city council and was like, I went up and met with the lieutenant of the police department. It's like, let's put a quick end to this crap. And
so what are we expecting at this court date? What are we, is it a...
Well, they're raising competency to try and silence me because they don't want me to take it to trial. So since I wouldn't take a plea bargain, they're essentially trying to drag this out and use some wear down tactics. From my perspective, that's what's going on. They had no reason. I'm fighting 3 other cases, taking one to trial on my own, and the other 2 are in the discovery process, going to trial on my own, no lawyer. So competency has never been raised in the other 3 cases. It's just sort of a tactic that they can use to abuse process and judicial discretion. So
you're going to be arguing that that doesn't apply to you, and you're going to be pressuring them to set a trial date and get the thing pushed to trial so you can have this going to trial too?
I don't think I'll really get the opportunity to do much other than just respond to... I'm basically having a meeting with a forensic psychologist. So they're going to evaluate me. So they're going to ask me questions, and that's kind of what this process is.
It's like the competency test?
Yeah, it's a competency evaluation.
Are you legally required to take that?
I believe since it's court ordered. I think that that's an abuse of judicial discretion and an abuse of process.
Yeah, that feels crazy to force you to go through a subjective test.
Yeah.
It's like legally forcing someone to do the walk sobriety test. You can't, because it's a subjective test, so that don't make any sense. That's messed up, man. I can't read any of that. If you're talking to me, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I missed some of the comments. Sorry, I was just rambling, not paying attention. But
if you send me money, then you can put a note in your donation, and then I'll see it.
Yo, Bear.
Special message.
Good to see you, Bear. Bear says, "What's up, Jim and Mitch?"
What up?
Yeah, these people want to make me puke. Exactly, Teresa. Appreciate you wishing us the best. Tapatios. Yeah, so it's a convoluted mess, but hopefully it's coming to a conclusion very soon. Just get through this process. Pretty sure they're just setting themselves up for a pretty simple lawsuit, and I've been very forgiving and not retributive and not looking for restitution. So I let a lot of things go, and I think that's why they feel empowered to continue to do what they're doing. But I think it's time to go ahead and take some legal action against what's going on here. So get through this, and it'll eventually work out.
Hell yeah. I also put my own and his cash apps in the description, just in case anybody feels like, donate to the efforts. You know how it works. E-begging and all that. Somebody talking to Tapatios.
Yeah, Lenny was talking to Tapatios. Wishing us the best. Thanks. Appreciate you, man.
Interesting. So needless to say, there will be updates coming out, probably on DirectEase channel and on your channel, for what happens in the situation. That shit is really crazy, man. The way she fucking... Oh, nice.
Ryan Youngblood, thank you, man.
Nice. What's that say? Read it out.
It says, gas, ass, or grass, your choice. Good luck, Mitch.
He's got cash, don't worry. Nothing weird going on. Straight cash. Cashish. Thanks for that. I appreciate you, man. That's funny. I've seen that on a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Dogs got along, that was nice. Or getting along, I should say.
Yeah.
Can you hear me talking about you?
Get your buddy.
He needs a pet.
Yeah, Caddy's not real good at making new friends. She's getting a little older and stuck in her ways. She got attacked one time. She said, screw making new friends after that. But she's been doing really good. She's been making new buddies. That's good for her. Good therapy. It's like forcing you to do a mental health exam. That's unconstitutional, but they don't care. Yeah, the whole competency process, the abusive process is very common, at least where I'm at. So there's a lot of, I think it's everywhere. It's not an isolated issue, but it's especially bad for people who are locked up. You know, because you often got to wait 30 days for an evaluation, and then another 30 days for the results, and they have a really hard time getting them done. There's a requirement that they have to be done within like 30 days, and they rarely make that deadline. It's a pretty messy situation, but the judge did stipulate that they could institutionalize me if I was found incompetent.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That happens all the time, man, and it's infuriating. So many people in the system It shouldn't be.
Yeah, and I've been through the system, so I know what it's like. It's
I think that was an alien. Did you guys see that alien? It made all kinds of weird noises and flashes and shit. Whoa!
no lawyer. I don't have a lawyer on any of my cases. I got 4 open cases right now, fighting like 8 charges, 7 charges maybe just 6 charges. I forget. It's hard to keep it all straight, but
Too many.
I got too many charges right now. 4 cases and no lawyers.
Lawyers are expensive, man.
Yep, and I've talked to a private lawyer that I have a pretty good rapport with, and then I've not been willing to involve the public defender because
We're buff. We're buff. That's what that means. We're buff.
we're getting buff.
Ugh.
But yeah, I need to try and continue to gather evidence just because the prosecutor's playing games. They tried to withhold the alleged victim's witness statement, the written statement. So once I got it, eventually after going on a wild goose chase and jumping through all their hoops, I eventually got it by pressing them on Rule 16 of Colorado Rules of Criminal Procedure. The prosecutor's obligation to provide discovery, particularly the witness statement. What's the square root of pi? System's crooked unless you can pay for a good defense. Then you were on the back foot straight away. Yeah, they'll try and push you around and wear you out. Yeah, I've had real bad experience with lawyers though. It's just not even worth it. It would be nice to have a guy like Saul Goodman.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. That's one of the problems too. Is like, even if you go and save up $10,000 or some fucking awesome person, some rich motherfucker says, here you go, here's $10,000, get yourself a lawyer and handle this shit. It's a bunch of bullshit because of how obvious bullshit it is. It's hard to even know which lawyer is gonna fucking waste your time and suck up that $10,000 and then ask for more. You know what I mean? Because there's so many that'll play the system. There's so many lawyers that know that the system is all bullshit, and if you drag it out, you can all have more chargeable, billable hours. And you just rake people over the coals. It's savage, man. It's barbaric. Yeah, it'd be great. Fucking get $10,000 and go hire a lawyer like Saul. Find one. Let me know where they're at. You know, you can't trust shit you hear online. Every single fucking lawyer has 1,000 5-star reviews saying this is the best lawyer ever and he'll do everything for you. It's all bullshit. They paid for 90% of those fucking reviews for their own fucking business because they're full of shit. You know? So it's impossible to be able to actually filter through the bull. It's not impossible, but you got to get fucking lucky to sort through the bullshit and get a good lawyer that's actually going to fucking fight for you as quickly and efficiently as possible. That's like a fucking unicorn.
Yeah. I had quotes. I called several lawyers and got some consultations. I had quotes from like $450 an hour up to $8,000 just as retainer will get you to a plea bargain. Lag. What kind of service do you have?
AT&T.
Should be good. It's probably just about as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, it'll come back. It's gonna lag. I mean, we're on a road trip, so it's a little bit to be expected, you know. We in the middle of nowhere, looking for aliens. There's probably an alien on that star right there. Probably.
The state appointee will do a better job than a paid lawyer, yeah. But I think I'll do better in both of them. Prove me wrong. I'm like 6-0. I've beaten like 6 cases, mostly in this county that we're heading to. I did take a public defender one time, but I fired him before pre-arraignment. I wrote a letter to the judge. It was dismissed, and it was before I knew what I was doing, so it was dismissed with prejudice, or actually without prejudice, excuse me. I think that's the default. If you don't ask for it to be dismissed with prejudice, the default is just without. So
Long, unending road. Guess I got cruise control. Puppies. Oh, it's different riding with no music.
never act like delete balls.
Yeah.
You can pretty well count on that one.
I would say shouldn't be too difficult.
Take that one to the bank.
You want to see my trifold?
No, when I'm dealing with court, when I'm actually in court, I try to eliminate all emotions. Like, I just try to completely emotionally detach from the situation and just handle matters of fact. It's difficult to do when you're fighting your own case, but a little bit of practice, you'll get better at it. Don't let the prosecution prejudice the court. Well, I've pretty well set my case for appeal by objecting to their BS, but I mean, that's all I can really do is object. But the prosecution's corrupt. They've already broken their own rules of criminal procedure, so hopefully the judge will take judicial notice of the evidence, lacking probable cause to fit the elements of a crime. Hopefully they'll hear the motion to dismiss for Rule 16 violations, which is discovery. And if that doesn't really go well, getting a motion in for a change of venue due to the connection that the alleged victim has with the court system there. And I'm also going to go for an interlocutory appeal. I think the competency situation should be eligible for an interlocutory appeal. That's kind of my basic strategy for right now.
We shall see how it plays out.
Yeah, so there's another court date, February 12th, already set to hear the results of this evaluation. So hopefully they do the right thing in the interest of justice and just dismiss the case. with prejudice. Invoke the ADA? Well, yeah, I mean, you don't really have to invoke it. I mean, the law is there. It doesn't really need to be invoked. I did kind of set the table for that by bringing my service dog into court last time, and she really made a fool of herself. So I don't really need to ask for like special privileges or anything like that. There's particular protections in place, allegedly, for Americans with Disabilities Act, but they don't really adhere to it. There's not a lot of enforcement for it. So it's not a real strong leg to stand on, but I've definitely kind of set the table for that, you know. Like, there definitely wasn't any direct contempt of court. She didn't at all try to resolve the issue, and she just immediately resorted to threatening with arrest. She called over the bailiff to have me arrested for not answering her question when I clearly did. And yeah, so she's not too interested in even playing by the standard rules.
They usually are.
Yeah, I mean, they basically have. It's really hard to sue a judge. I mean,
Yeah.
it must provide you with accommodations to allow you. Well, that's really where all this started, because they were taking part of their federal grant money that they were receiving was for an ADA. It's been a while. I forget the exact terminology. It's like an ADA advocate, but it's an ADA. I forget the exact title, but they had an ADA risk assessor, is what they said. Their responsibility. I talked to her. She was a great lady, but they didn't have. On their website it says if you need help accessing these programs or services, contact the ADA coordinator. That's what it is, coordinator. And they didn't have an ADA coordinator. So it was a requirement by federal law, so they were getting federal grant money for it. I think the standard is if the government has over 50 employees or something, they're required to have it. So that is something that got discovered several years ago, and I could have pressed the issue on. And I mean, I got them on housing discrimination. The county manager tried to separate me from my service dog, and had to help her realize how that wasn't appropriate. So yeah, I got them on all sorts of dirt like that, and they don't care, Yeah, so the trial court, that's not where the law's made. You kind of got to set the record for an appeals court, maybe take it to the Superior Court or eventually the Supreme Court. But yeah, the appeals court, that's pretty much where the laws get made. So or get interpreted, I should say. Obviously they get made at legislation, but that legislation gets interpreted through the superior courts. Yeah, they may have a coordinator now, but it's like through my process, my experiences, I would have to basically train the coordinator, and I don't get paid enough to do that. But yeah, I mean, I've set the record with certain things, you know. I've said, due to my disability, can I record as a form of electronic note-taking and things like that. You know, I do have cognitive organic brain damage. I've been very open and honest about that, forthcoming. It's on record. I mean, not much I can do to hide it anyway. So it's just the reality of it. Bad motorcycle wreck. I had brain scans from sports injuries and stuff when I was a kid. I played football and baseball. So luckily I had things to compare it to. But that's all been on the record for a really long time. I don't know, that was 2006, October 6th, 2008, I think. Yeah, it's, you know, people like in my situation, it's a good business opportunity, you know. So I feel like if I take their product away, by eliminating them taking credit for helping me, when really they just push you around from organization to organization, city to city, eventually state to state, you know, it's like they just push you around, and everybody who does an intake on you is getting credit for helping you in one way or another. So that's where I've kind of taken my power back, is to just stop feeding that system, you know. It's a very specific type of brain damage. I mean, the brain damage comes in many different forms. Everybody's brain's different. The injuries are different. The impacts are different. It doesn't necessarily. I've learned tricks to deal with it. I went through a lot of therapy, a lot of rehab, a lot of dealing with the Brain Injury Alliance of Colorado. I've been through pretty much every organization and program that you can imagine. So I've gotten a lot of help, material to help me understand what's going on, to better deal with the problems. So if I don't tell you about it, you wouldn't know. If you're aware of it, you can notice things, but it's been like, what, almost 15 years. So I've learned how to deal with it. State law, case law, court forms, court. I think that's supposed to say court rules. Judges have standing orders, standard orders maybe, on how to act in their courtroom within the... I don't know if we have service, but I'll keep rambling. What the trial court has a responsibility to is to follow the rules of criminal procedure.
What they're supposed to do.
That's what they're supposed to do. But but they often don't. So that's why you just have to properly set the record, make sure, make many objections. That's what I mean by setting the record. It gets
that alien again.
Here comes that alien.
Crazy ass aliens around. Oh my god. Oh, I've been probed.
I'm heading back. I'll be heading back. Jim's my taxi service, so we'll be heading back as soon as possible.
Lickety split.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get a hotel just so we can shower up and eat some breakfast and relax for a couple of hours, but
I'm just gonna drive by the courthouse, open the door, kick him out, start driving back. He can call me when he's done.
But yeah, we'll be heading back pretty quickly. I specifically requested for this hearing, I requested at the first court date to have these hearings virtually, but they refused. They did it. They allowed it. I'm even having a virtual trial. So I mean, all the other courts are fine with it. It's just this court is playing games. That would put hair on your chest. Yeah. I'm good. I got enough hair on my chest. I have enough life experiences. I don't need to prove I'm a man to myself or anyone. But it's not. I don't need to prove it. I don't feel any need to talk about it to get validation or verification.
I'm so glad I don't have a hairy chest. like some dudes have that bush or something. I mean, I got a few hairs, but you can't even see them unless you're like looking real close.
But I think we would make a good team. I mean, Ruff and I, we have different energies, different ideas. I think we can be mutually beneficial and complementary to each other. And so maybe some things of my ways can rub off on him, and some of his ways can rub off on me. It'll just be he's gonna hopefully help me learn how to frame, probably from skills he learned from Jim, but he's gonna help me learn how to frame structures so I can, build my own house eventually. And it's never ending work living on a ranch, basically. It's
always improvements.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna get chickens. So I like his goats. I think they could be very beneficial to us. Learn how to make some goat cheese and goat yogurt. Drink goat milk. Goat milk's like a complete nutrition, so you can technically live off of goat milk alone, but we're gonna start our little greenhouse.
We're not even in fucking Colorado yet. Sad.
I have a good feeling about your case. Thanks. I appreciate it, Ryan.
Nice. That's good. I like it. Good vibes.
Yeah, goat milk it's an acquired taste. It's a little wild tasting at first, but I've learned to love it, mostly I think because I know it's good for me. So. But I'm excited about the opportunities. I'm very thankful that Chris has given me an opportunity. He's been You know, it's always tough living with someone else. I love living alone, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I just had to become tolerant of having another man in his living space, and he's been very open and welcoming. So, not too hard on me, but yeah, he's gonna be good for me, for sure. He's already provided a lot of benefit. You know, I'm doing it mostly for my dog, though. It's very beneficial to me, but my dog needs that. She needed to make buddies, you know. He's got a little puppy that she's made good friends with. She just needs to be out in nature, not dealing with cops. She's getting old. She's 8 years old. It's time for her to retire. Had a rough life. I was a hermit for 3 years living in the forest. Yeah, I love that lifestyle. I don't mind it at all. I'm very social too, but I've learned to be very comfortable with isolation. So as long as it's not too long, you know, I don't mind going a few months at a time, not talking to anyone. Yeah, I often go camp out in the woods and just post up for a couple weeks at a time, and it's good getting in harmony with nature. Had a fox buddy, yeah. My great grandpa lived in Michigan, but he's another story. He lived at like 12 Mile. He still has his house, it's still in the family, but he died at like 96. But he was probably 8 years old or so, and just walked around, and they were building houses, and he'd collect scrap wood and just pay attention to what they were doing. He didn't know what he was doing. He just built his own house, and it lasted forever. So but his brother was very isolated. I mean, I think he lived 40 years without talking to anyone, except for his brother, basically. I think is the story. But he had bear friends. His bear friends would come into his house. It was crazy. There's pictures of it in the newspaper and shit. But it's a wild story.
I'd have to see evidence.
Yeah, there's evidence of it. I've done my research. It's been several years, so I don't recall all the exact details, but it's a pretty cool story.
I'm like, video or it didn't happen. You gotta be able to tell the story. These days, it's like the internet wants visual storytelling. They don't want to hear what somebody said, you know.
Well, I have the oral history passed down to me firsthand, so, and then I went and verified it, so that's good enough for me. I don't care what anyone else thinks.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, you can make a good video out of it.
Yeah, fuck, my whole life would make a good video, but I just don't really like the attention. I don't know.
You ain't trying to be a rock star.
Not trying to be YouTube famous. I like my privacy. There's a lot of... The internet's a sick fucking place. You think the real world's sick, which it is. Fucking internet's that on crack.
It's pretty crazy. I think the internet probably corrupts a lot of people. Like, not necessarily just the internet. That's way too general of a statement. But I'm specifically talking about content creators.
Social media.
Like, I guess in my mind, what I'm talking right now, I'm specifically talking about TikTok. I know a lot of creators, if you want to use that term, on TikTok that are just... I've been meaning to make a video on YouTube about TikTok, just kind of destroying it. There's a few good things about it, in my opinion, but there's so much bad. It's lowering the IQ of a huge demographic of people. And what I was getting at is the content creators just putting out useless information and just not giving any substance, nothing to. They're just literally going on, and I don't know. Like, have you do TikTok at all?
Have I seen what TikTok?
No, I'm saying you use TikTok or
no,
whatever?
I've refused or resisted, I should say.
Well, they do this thing that's called battles. Because you can go live on your TikTok, and then while you're live, you can do a thing called battling, and it'll put you into this queue where it'll throw you on live next to a live of another person that's live on TikTok, and the whole entire point of the quote battle is to literally just beg your chat for gifts, for super chats basically, and whoever gets the most super chats from their chat wins the battle.
Oh, wow.
So they literally got a whole demographic of kids out here, basically. People. There's adults doing it too that are just mind-blowingly. It's so literally just for hours straight staring into the camera, going, "Come on, chat, send me a galaxy, send me a," because that's what the things that are worth money on TikTok or whatever, and that's all the conversation is about. 100% of the time, it blows my. It's I hate it. I don't even know what made me start talking about it right now, but I hate it. I hate them TikTok battle bullshits. There's a few cool creators and cool opinion givers, in my opinion, on TikTok that you have to really search for and find, but there's a lot of stupid, man. So much stupid. Anyways, that's all I got to say about that, I guess. I don't remember what point I was starting.
Just it's ruining it all. TikTok's ruining it. I think it's all bad. I think you gotta be somewhat ill to be on social media, and then you gotta be really fucking mentally ill to fucking live your life through social media.
I mean, yeah, those are kind of general statements. Everybody's different. Some people can consume a ton of social media and be unaffected by it socially, still be a totally normal person that other people like, and they're a good, decent person, blah blah blah. I guess I kind of consider myself in that category because I consume a lot, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think what you see online kind of taints your perspective of reality, because it's often sensationalized and over dramatized, and
It can, yeah.
and there's a lot of rhetoric that's involved. So like, I feel like it's like watching the news. If you watch the news, you'll think the world's fucking a horrible place, but if you're out in real life, you barely notice the disgusting shit that's being presented on the news. But if you live your life just watching the news all day, every day, you'll be miserable.
If you're watching the news, then yeah, you're just gonna hate the world and think all kinds of crazy shit. Social media, you can get your news from social media in a different format, so that it's not, you know what I mean? Like Fox and CB, all the mainstreamers, they give it to you in a very specific way that A, doesn't give you answers that actually mean anything, and B, make you stupider, actually literally lower your IQ points. But social media, you can consume the information of what's happening in the world around you, so you can be aware and be prepared to argue 2 or 4 things with other people in the real world, because that's, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, that's, if we all just worry about ourselves and stay in our world and not pay attention to what's going on around us, it's going to keep happening around us. That's how we got where we're at, because they built this system without the internet. The internet's the only thing that's allowed us some way to not just consuming what makes them laugh, entertainment, not any critical thinking or anything like that, you know. But at the same time, if we encourage generations and everybody to use the internet as best we can for critical thinking and research, make that the norm, it's our most powerful tool. That and the video camera. The video camera, we need to be able to find a way to get our video cameras live streaming inside all of our government facilities. Like when the Congress people are having their meetings with each other, there should be a live, and I'm not talking about their house sessions where they all act like it's fucking still the 1800s, talking about hear ye, and kind of stupid ass bullshit like we live in the fucking horse and carriage days, still playing pretend in those rooms. But when they're in their back rooms making the actual deals and actually signing those pieces of paper that affect all of us, there should be camera right there showing all of it live stream. There's no reason whatsoever that everything in government is not live streamed, except for the fact that it keeps all their corrupt bullshit hidden, and the live stream would end that. Live streaming all of the government work would immediately end all corruption. You would be able to get away with making your private deals with your oil buddies because you'd be doing it on a live stream of millions of people, and everybody would say, hell no, what's wrong with you? You're not, you know, that's, you see where I'm going with it. It's our best tool. We just aren't using it properly, and that's because, in my opinion, the enemy has used it against us. They have created so much stupidity out there and so much misinformation that it frustrates all of us, you know. What's everybody saying? Am I rambling? Did I buffer through all that? I'll bet you the government made my video buffer through all that.
Yeah, it's
I can't see it. I can't read your chats, but I love you all. Oh, did I get another super chat?
yeah, you got a couple.
Oh shit, no shit. Thank you all for those. No shit. Appreciate you. Keeping my eyes on the road. But I do appreciate you. See what that
Says something up with your Cash App, Mitch. All right, thanks. Flow State's trying to report it for fraud.
Oh boy.
If you want to hit a Cash App, I got another one. It's AUMNIGH Omni. Means near everything or whatever. But
OMNI?
yeah.
Omnipresent.
Oh no, it's AUMNIGH. It's not Omni.
Oh.
It's on. It's play on words.
Maybe if there's any moderators in here, DirectD's mod, if he's still around, he can put that link up on one of those.
Yeah.
Or you can just send it to DirectD.
Jealous haters.
He'll forward it.
A lot of people that have, you know, there's a lot of people that want to see me fail. So
What them other yellow ones say?
I don't know, man. I'm catching up to them. The money doesn't take priority to me. I was, but it's a gas, ass, or cash. So here's some gas. Thank you, man.
That's him, man.
Huh? That's Killamilla.
Oh, different person. Same comment, basically. Ask gas or cash.
And then King Cha Cha says, good luck, Mitch. Hope all is well. Thank you.
Nice.
I'm not going to try and read the comments. Sorry.
Violation of policy.
I was trying to read them and keep up, but it's, I can't respond, so it's,
Oh, I don't have Christopher Ruff channel as a mod. I only have DirectD as one. Is Christopher Ruff in there as one of the chats?
I I mean, he was in there, but
Oh shit.
I don't. He doesn't usually stick around.
Rough, if you're in here, put a chat and then I'll be able to tap on your name and make you a mod. If he's on. We probably won't be on much longer. But appreciate all of you.
Yeah, I'll probably go live on my channel and just kind of so I can update my people, you know.
Yeah. Your peoples.
Yeah, I don't know why I said it that way. They're not really my people. People that have taken interest in my situation.
You should have linked your page in the description.
I'm sure it's in that video you bring.
Could have went on your, shared it on your community post. Just do a separate live, that'd be better.
The community post, I don't know. Yeah, I need to.
See, I've been
I need to keep my people updated, man. There's a lot of people.
Yeah. I know, I'm bad about it. I'm gonna be getting better.
There's nothing wrong with me going live on my channel. I don't know.
Rough can't hear you guys. He's battling something. Oh, he's battling the chat trolls. Oh, I gotcha, alright. That's fun. He's live, I think, right now, anyways, on his channel, so he's updating everybody as well.
I have a pretty. I've been basically sharing my life through this medium for several years, so there's a lot of people that I understand. A lot to me is not the same paradigm as you guys, but you know, there's at least 15-20 people that don't they're not following me around to every YouTube channel or whatever. They just count on me.
They only see you when you post or when you go live,
So I gotta stay loyal to the people that have been loyal to me. It's not about getting numbers for me. It's an unintended consequence. And if people can benefit from my situation, so be it. I don't care. I have no problem with that. Things get weird when money gets involved, so I try and just stay true to myself.
Yeah, money does make the world go around, though. Unfortunately, right now.
I think it's what makes the problems go around, but value is subjective. So.
Yeah, of course, in your own personal experience, but collectively, like my mind is set on world peace. I don't care who thinks I'm a fucking stupid hippie for saying that shit out loud, but my soul is on this planet to cause world peace, and I'm either gonna achieve it or I'm gonna die using my mouth and my voice for that, and you know what I mean? And that's the only thing I ever have as my end game is world peace. I mean, outside of personal relation, you know what I mean? Of course, my family and all that, goals with them, but we're talking highest level.
So what are you doing to achieve world peace?
Best I can. I mean, I'm trying to survive at this time, obviously, and trying to do shit like this so that I can try. I am trying to get rich on this app. I'm going live right now because I'm trying to get this fucking stupid money that a bunch of other people are getting, because I personally believe, straight up, no bullshit, I believe if I literally had, if a magic genie came along and somebody made a wish and all of Elon Musk's money went into my bank account, I could fix every fucking problem on the planet.
I'm sure everyone thinks
and
so.
I would still be rich. I would still have enough money to do whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah.
And the world would not have any problems. Shit would be automated. Shit would be free. It'd be stupid with just his money. And there's dozens of hims in the world.
I agree. It's an impossibility.
It's not impossible. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's an impossibility. Nobody will always get along completely. It's just not. It's not a possibility. Everyone has different perspectives and different morals, different principles, and it's. I think that's what makes culture. So what you would be doing with that is eliminating culture.
No. Yeah, you could allow for culture by providing for each culture as it wants to do. You don't have to.
So you're going to be God?
What do you mean I'm going to be God? Because I'm providing systems that give people the most basic.
You can
food,
provide
shelter.
systems, but you can't make them use them appropriately or how you intended them. So I mean, there's plenty of systems.
What do you mean? I'm saying I provide a system that creates food for people to eat. You're saying I can't make them eat it? Of course, yeah. If you want to starve next to a system that makes free food, that's your choice. You're allowed to make.
And the knowledge isn't there now. I mean,
yeah, it's there now.
Yeah, right.
But there's too many people stopping it from happening.
Right. So you're going to eliminate them?
Right. No, I'm going to eliminate. Not going to.
Or you're just going to
take away their power.
Convince the devil to act right. I mean,
I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in superstition.
It's not a personification.
I'm going to
convince.
I would convince the people to refuse to allow it to go any further. I would use the billions and trillions.
So you're going to convince Bill Gates to give up his ridiculous amount of wealth to go along with your plan?
I didn't say anything about Bill Gates. I said
okay, well, Elon Musk?
The billions of people that are the ants in this scenario.
Right. Well, part of that it would be you would have to convince Elon Musk that the best thing for civilization would be for him to give up his wealth for you to pursue world peace.
What if I can convince all of Elon Musk's being afraid of trying?
Oh, no. I'm trying to pursue reality, not fantasies.
What fantasy?
Yeah, it's a fantasy to think that a utopian world is.
You said utopia. I didn't say anything about utopia. There's going to be There's going to be murder. People are going to be killing each other, and people are going to be starving.
Well, and that's world peace.
About.
That's world peace. Murder is world peace.
No, murder in an individual case is not world peace. You're trying to take what I'm saying and you're trying to make it fit for. You're trying to say that I'm going to find a way.
I'm not changing the definition of world peace.
You're trying to say that I'm going to find a way to make every single individual person
You said
happy.
World peace, bro.
Right, world peace.
I interpreted that as world peace. There's a colloquial definition for world peace.
And you think that world peace includes every individual having happiness?
Yes, that's what world peace would be.
Okay, well, we have different definitions of world peace.
Okay.
I mean, it's two words, obviously. My definition of world peace would be not having governments destroy everything and control everyone. If everybody is free to make their own choices and there's voluntary systems in place that are only there to help and serve people, there's going to be people that are voluntarily
governments aren't corrupt. People who
those.
work for governments, which are a fictional thing in your mind, it's not. Government has no power. The people who are in government give the government the fiction, the fantasy power. So, the people are fucked up, not governments.
No matter who gets into government, it's going to end up like that.
I think people are fucked up. not governments. Governments have a purpose. A lot of people need government. A lot of people need systems, and they want them. If you take away all government, if you take away all welfare, you take away all money, all that shit, the world would fucking go into pure
You're still
chaos.
thinking in absolutes. There's the chaos theory. I mean, I already knew where your argument was going because you're thinking in absolutes.
Well, when you speak in absolutes, I interpret it as absolutes. We're having a conversation about world peace. I didn't know you were going to change the definition of world peace mid-argument.
How did I change the definition of world peace?
Because you said I interpreted world peace wrong.
I said you interpreted it differently. We have different definitions.
Well, world peace doesn't mean freedom from government.
No wars and shit. World peace doesn't mean every single individual magically has happiness.
World peace means world peace.
It doesn't mean that every individual has happiness.
Well,
you can't. It is impossible to make every single human being alive on the planet
not world peace.
happy. That's not world peace, in my opinion. That would be utopia. That would be, whatever word that we don't have, that doesn't exist, it's not realistic, and all that shit. That would be that. In my opinion, all I'm talking about is eliminating the greed at the top levels and all of the worst things in the wars and all of those things. You don't think it's possible?
No, I don't think it's possible to have every human psychology fit your ideal. I don't think it's possible.
Say that again?
I don't think it's possible to have every human psychology to fit your ideal.
What does that even mean? Have every human psychology?
People will always be greedy. There's always going to be dirty people. There's always going to be sick people. There's always going to be fucking people that don't fit your ideals.
Right, and you don't think that the world would be a much better place and much more peaceful if...
The world would be much better for you if the world acted the way you find appropriate.
That doesn't even mean anything, man. You're just trying to...
It does. What it means is it would... Elon Musk's quality of life would deteriorate for the people who you think should improve.
That's wrong. In the world I'm talking about, more people would be able to have higher quality of life than just a few. Right now,
but you're discounting the fact that Elon Musk would have to compromise his quality of life for other people to have a better quality of life. No, he can continue to live the way he lives. That's sustainable.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right.
Why not?
Okay.
What are you talking about? What's not sustainable?
Yeah, let's all just fucking make Starlink and rockets and bunches of money. And who's gonna fucking pay us when we're all fucking positioning ourselves to fucking...
Who's paying us now? Nobody. Exactly. It's all a made-up game, so we'll just keep making it up, but instead we'll make it up in a way that makes sense to benefit more people instead of less people.
So back to my original point, I'm just not willing to entertain the fantasy of it all. I'm willing...
Right. You don't believe it's possible. That's where we're at. That's what it all boils down to. You don't think it's possible, I do. That's the fundamental difference between us.
I don't think world peace is possible.
Right. Now, and I think it is.
Okay.
And we define it differently, so that's a whole nother thing.
Well, we're going to have to come to mutual understandings. When we're using terms, the only way we can really communicate effectively is to have, colloquial terms and agreements on what those terms mean.
Well, what do? We're just going to have to agree to disagree then if we can't agree on what world peace means.
And that's it.
That's it. So we can't come up with colloquials.
Oh, you can. That's how communication works. You communicate using terms that
we both agree on.
Yeah.
But when we can't both agree, we can't agree on the definition of a term.
I just disagree with your definition of world peace. World peace means world peace. If you're saying you should say what you mean and mean what you say, like... It's
so
not
what
world.
Should I call it?
It's
what
not world
peace.
Well, what you described was. I'm answering you. If you could stop asking the same question.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So what you described was no wars. So you want to end wars. Okay. That's what I. That's not world peace.
Go on. That's one small part of it. What else did I mention? Anything?
No, you basically said government means world peace, ending government tyranny.
That's all I said. Okay. I'll have to rewind the tape and see if that's all I said. It's all good. It's no big deal. What it boils down to at the end of the day is, no matter what the definition is, you don't believe world peace is possible. I do believe world peace is possible.
We can't even agree on what world peace means.
But those two statements are still true.
Okay, no, it's not true.
Jesus Christ. You're just trying to be semantical now.
No, that's you. That's you.
Those two statements I made.
World peace means world peace. It means peace throughout the world. All right, that's all. All right, and then when I said it's an impossibility, you said
every individual person having happiness within themselves.
Okay, that's world peace, right? I mean, do we need to look
that's every individual.
That's
being
peace throughout the world.
Themselves. No, that's peace within yourself. Every single person having peace within themselves. That's not world peace.
World peace is peace throughout the world, not just ending wars and freedom from government.
Whatever, dude. We obviously define world peace differently. And as I said, the fact remains, you don't believe world peace is possible. I do believe world peace is possible.
We can't even agree on what world peace means.
I didn't say we did. Okay. What I just said, the two statements I just made,
the conversation
have
can't
to do with
continue
what you
until we
said.
can come to some sort of
conversation isn't continuing, it's circular.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking you to
You're
not
refusing to accept a statement as fact.
Because a fact stands as truth if
Look,
it goes unrebutted. I don't agree with you.
No matter what your definition, you don't believe world peace is possible, period. That's a statement and it's a fact. Boom. What's so hard to understand about that?
I don't believe world peace is impossible, but that doesn't mean that I disagree with you because we have a different opinion on what world peace is.
I didn't say anything about you agreeing with me or disagreeing with me. I made a statement about what you believe. You said you don't believe world peace is possible, period. Full stop. You get it? Full stop. You know
I don't need you to tell me I don't believe world peace is impossible. I have started this argument by stating that and declaring that as my position.
Right.
Okay, I don't need you to help educate me on
that. Evolved into just a quick. It's just a stupid.
Yeah,
argument.
exactly. Because these people who are going to save the fucking world are going to can't even have a fucking conversation.
Right.
It is funny. It is funny. A lot of fucking people who think that their responsibility is a business opportunity.
Wow.
I can't. I was looking for it. I don't know where it went.
What?
My phone is somewhere around here. I don't know.
city now, so it's probably good and strong.
No, I haven't used the restroom. Can you see me? Yeah, I see you. More at peace. I'm not gonna get into it. But more at peace is not what was said. It's world peace. That's what the discussion was about. And to me, world peace implies everyone in the world is at peace.
Were you responding to the chat?
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't even want to.
Yeah, with a definition like that, no wonder you don't believe in it, you know?
What else could world peace mean? I mean, words have meanings, so like, I'm
You
not playing
obviously don't give a
semantics.
shit what I think it means, so why even talk about
I
it?
do. You're
I've
telling
told
me.
you what it means, and you think that you'd say that's wrong, so
I did not say that's wrong.
whatever.
You said I was wrong when I said, but you described to me what it means. You said it means ending wars. That's what I thought you said.
For example, yeah, one of
Okay, what else,
many
man?
things.
Instead of like saying I got
People
you,
not
fucking better
going
just to
hungry.
fucking articulate
People not
yourself.
going hungry. Having
Okay.
systems in place that provide food for everyone
Okay,
that needs
so
it.
nobody in the
Shelter
world goes
for everyone.
hungry,
Nobody in the
and
world,
there's no war. All right,
and there's
that's
no
world
one is
peace.
homeless if they don't choose to be.
Okay, well, people will always choose the homeless, so
Some
and
people
that
will
somebody's
choose
gonna
to
have a
be.
problem with that, and it's gonna create a conflict.
Somebody's gonna be sad about that,
Right.
but the
Or
system
somebody's
will
gonna
in
be
place.
angry and hateful and vengeful and retributive and whatever, you know.
I get it. Yeah, we already determined it.
There's evil in
We're
the
talking
world.
about two different things.
You can't
dude.
eliminate.
Jeez, why can't we just talk about something else?
I'm happy to. I'm happy
Thank
to.
you. Talk about something that we don't want to talk about. Two different things.
Yeah.
It's like I'm saying the moon is bright, and you're like, no, it's not. It's fucking
No,
white.
you're saying world peace. World means one thing, peace means another thing. You are changing the meanings of those things. I'm sorry, that's not my problem.
World peace doesn't automatically assume
Okay.
every single person.
Okay. So,
There's peace in
world
the
peace
world.
except for the people that you exclude. I got it.
world peace politically?
Okay, well, I think politics is a bunch of fucking nonsense. It's a fucking theater. It's a show. It lives in your mind, and the only thing that gives it power is you thinking it exists in reality.
I already know all
So,
this.
okay, all right. That's.
But there will be systems in place, whatever they're called.
So, there's already an alternative to de facto government. It's called the de jure government, and it takes a lot of work and responsibility, and people get fucking lazy, and that's why the true American Republic died a long time ago, like 1871. And that's why we have this society that we have today. I get it, dude. I ain't no fucking dummy. This ain't my first fucking rodeo either, man. I'm fucking nearly 40 years old, and I have a passion for this shit too. So, I mean, I think that doesn't make me special. I think that's just fucking.
So you're just fighting to make it better than it is.
That's all I can do. I can't save the world.
Right.
And ultimately, I can't even help anyone else. What I can do, I don't even believe in the term help. I think that's fucking bullshit because it implies altruism, and the reality is altruism doesn't exist. So, fucking, therefore, help doesn't exist. What would make more sense is when people refer to help, they should refer to cooperation. That's it. That's what help should require, because they're, that's it. There's no such thing as help. There's cooperation. If you can't cooperate, then there's usually one exploiting the other.
I get what you're saying. I get the ideas you're saying. I think you get hung up on definitions too much.
No, I don't get hung up on definitions, man. It's fucking simple. The world is the world, okay? It's not the world minus some things,
all right? I'm not
right?
talking about world peace anymore.
Right, but
moving on.
Okay, well, I think words have meaning, and I think it's important to not gloss over those. That's what leads to deception. That's what leads to people's confusion. That's why we're in the position we're in today. Yeah. Come out of her, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
I think that it feels more reminiscent of how the government does what they do with their political speak. They use their definitions and their words and their word twistings and shit.
Yeah, I don't twist words. I don't twist words.
You change them.
I did. Yeah, it's you. Now stop fucking projecting that bullshit on me. I can't fucking stand it, dude. You changed the meaning of world, and you changed the meaning of peace. Okay? The world has one fucking meaning. One meaning. It doesn't mean whatever the fuck you want it to.
True, anyway.
Yes, it is true.
The world has one meaning.
People like you try to change the definitions of words, all right? And that's why, to you, it can mean whatever the fuck you want it to mean. But fucking, the world means the world. It doesn't mean the world minus something.
You know that all words are made up, right?
Okay, fucking kidding me, dude.
Yeah,
I know. I've studied etymology.
They're all just agreements.
I know etymology. I study etymology, bro.
They're all just agreements we have with each other. People share their ideas and opinions about words and definitions, and people either go with them or don't go with them.
Well, you can't accept the fact that the world means the world, all right? The world means the whole world, not the world except for some parts. It wouldn't be the whole world.
I'm talking about the whole world physically.
Okay. And then another thing.
Peace does not mean every single person, human being, is happiness within themselves.
I just didn't say that. I said peace. Peace.
Right.
Every single person refers to the world. Peace refers to the peace.
The world refers to the world, not the people on it.
The world,
everything in it.
The people are in the world, buddy.
Obviously, no shit. Thanks for that.
All right. Okay.
Congratulations.
Right. So the trees are at fucking peace, bro. The people are not.
Trees aren't at peace.
Yes, they are. They're in perfect harmony. They're in perfect harmony.
They're in perfect harmony.
Yes,
right now.
we need wildfires, bro.
Yeah.
We need wildfires. Wildfires are natural.
And they never get
And the
out of
reason
control.
why wildfires get out of control is because we don't let them happen naturally. Because man fucks up nature.
So upset.
Because you have offended me by telling me who and what I am and what I think, instead of fucking just.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're telling me I changed the
Here,
fucking definitions of worlds. Fuck off. I don't need your fucking mirror, bro.
Don't break my shit, dude. I will kick you out of this fucking
That's
car right
fine.
here.
I'm damn near ready to fucking get out my own accord.
That's sad to me. Over a debate about the definition of world peace.
Over you trying to manipulate.
You're ready to run away.
Are you trying to manipulate me, gaslighting me, trying to control the perceptions of others? This wouldn't be happening if you were fucking. We've never gotten into this type of argument. You're worried about how people perceive you on the internet.
Turn that off.
I don't know. It's not my.